What's going on, everybody? I decided to make a video about tips I wish I knew when I started the game, because there's not a lot of information, it seems like, out there, and the help section of the game is not really intuitive, I guess. So these are just some tips that I wish I'd known before I started playing this game, or right after I started playing this game. Number one of the biggest ones is the proximity number. If you look in the top minimap, there's a number 4 right now. That means there are 4 people total, with yourself being one of them, in a proximity area around you. If I run away, you'll see that number start to drop, and now it's just down to 1. When it's a number 1, you're the only one there. And you also hear an audible beep when somebody leaves or enters that area. When I leave the safe zone here and it drops down to 1, it'll beep. And when you move back in range of somebody, it's a little higher pitched when they come into range and lower pitched when they leave. And it doesn't tell you if it is a hostile player, it's just a player. So you kind of have to be looking out. So as soon as you see that number go up or hear the beep, you might want to start looking for somebody in the vicinity. And it's not foolproof, because if somebody's using a sniper with a scope on it, they can shoot you from outside of the proximity range. They'll never set off your proximity range if they're far enough away, but they can still kill you. So you still have to look. You can't just run around willy-nilly. You still have to be looking for players. The second thing that I really wish the game told you, and I don't think it did in any of the tutorial area, you can charge up a jump. This is a good indication here. If you just tap the space bar, you will not make it on top of this double box here. If you hold the space bar and then let it go, you can jump all the way up here. And you see on the stamina bar down there, there's a blue line that runs under the stamina bar that lets you know when it's fully charged, and then you can jump. Did not know this until legitimately yesterday. And if you pair this with the Q to grab onto a ledge, will help you get around a lot more as well. Another thing I wish I'd known was that there's a weapon wheel, and you can put whatever you want wherever you want it. If you hold down the C key by default, it pops this up, and you can choose anything that you have set to a hotkey. And to set it on a hotkey, all you do is go into your menu, hover over whatever item it is. This one's already set to number 8. So we'll set this one to number 2. We'll set this one to number 6. Actually, this one was 6. We'll set this one to number 7. And then to swap weapons, you can either hold it down and then press the number if you have a mouse that has extra buttons on it for the numbers, or you can just do that, mouse over it, and it swaps. And you can do the same thing with items. It doesn't have to be weapons necessarily. It can be armor. It can be items like the first aid kit, the bandages, just pretty much anything you want to put on there. It just makes it so you don't have to open your menu up. You can do that while running. You can hit the key, select something different, and then go on about your business. The next thing I wish I'd known was the different types of ammo. If you have more than one type of ammo in your bag, like me, I have expanding ammo right now and regular ammo for 7.62. If you hold down R, you can choose which one you want to load your gun with without having to go into your menu. It just makes it easier to do that while you're out, especially if it's a PvP type situation. Makes it easier to do without having to go into your menu and be messing around with things. Another tip I'd wish I'd known was not to open up all of your pouches at once. First couple of days I was playing, when I got one of these pouches of 5 ammo or 5 med kits, whatever the case may be, from a quest, I would just open them all up. The only problem with that is if you do that, if you die, you lose all this ammo. Anything not bound gets dropped. But since these are bound, if somebody kills me or if I die to a mob, I'm not going to drop these pouches. I will drop everything that's not bound though, like these med kits, these bandages, this ammo, and these 2 things of ammo. All that drops. And if somebody makes it to my body or sees my body before I get back, they can pick all that up. If you die with these though, you don't lose any of them. Matter of fact, I can show you what I'm talking about right now. Now, when I die here in a second, I'm going to drop this ammo and these. I will not drop these things because they're bound to me. Let me go over here so nobody loots my stuff. And let's slash suicide. As you can see, I've lost my med kit and the ammo that I had on me. But these, since they're bound, you don't lose them. So if you have those in your bag, what I usually do is I'll buy a bag of 5, whatever type of ammo I need. And then I'll have some loose ammo as well. And I won't open all my ammo at once, and I won't take out all my med kits at once, just in case I die. Now, you want to have enough ammo that you can still shoot things and reload without having to go into your inventory. You could always hotkey these if you wanted to. It limits how much you lose when you die, because you're going to die in this game. Another thing I wish I'd known when I started was about trade packs. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to show you how to make them so that it sort of limits how much time it takes you to get back out in the fight if you do die. If you go to any of the vendors who sell just all this, like the packs of ammo, things like that, right down here it says manage packs. If you click on that, it takes you to this menu right here, and you can select whatever you want from over here. For me, I use a lot of 7.62 ammo, so let's throw one of those there. I use pistol ammo, obviously. Throw one of those. This guy's, he's got enough money. We'll throw one of the good composite plates over here. And let's throw some of the first aid kits. And you can save this pack as whatever you want to. So we're going to save this as a big kit. You click save pack. That's saved on number 1 right here. You can save up to 9 packs. You click on number 2, it wipes the slate clean. You click on number 1 again, it shows you what you have selected. Now we're going to make one called fast kit, and this one is not going to be the big ones. We're just going to do 120 bullets here. Let's do 300 of this. We'll do 3 med kits and no plates, and we're going to save that one. Now I've got 2 different kits saved, and how to use them is you hit T when you're in the safe zone, and it brings up any trade packs you have. And if you click purchase, it tells you how much it's going to cost. It's going to give you 13 kilograms worth of weight. It's going to cost you 2,056 rubles. You click purchase, and it buys that whole kit immediately. You don't have to actually go into a menu and do it. We'll buy the fast one here, and you'll see my rubles go down up there. It immediately puts that kit into your inventory. There's no menuing. You don't have to go talk to the guy and do all that. It's just bam, in your inventory. You can run out the door. I'm pretty sure you can do this from way over here. I don't even think you need to be by him. Yeah, so you don't even need to be at the guy. Now, if you decide, well, shit, I don't want everything out of that kit, you can right-click it, and it won't buy this one. If you right-click it again, it undoes that. It's like, I don't need medkits right now. You click that, you're just getting the ammo. But that makes it a lot faster for you to get back out there if you just died somewhere and you know that there's a lot of players in the area and you're trying to get back to loot your bags or get back in the fight if you're PvPing. Another thing that a surprising amount of players don't even realize, it seems, is that the chat in this game, there's multiple tabs. Like if you've ever played other MMOs, it's not just one tab. Like if you hit the enter key, right now we're just on bandits because I'm on my bandit. This is only bandit chat. If you hit general, it's everything. So you can see bandits, you can see stalkers, everything is sent there. This is just for your squad. This is just for your clan. The faction, I think, is for in-game stuff when you choose the sub-factions. And then the DMs is obviously DMs. And while we're talking about chats, I've seen a lot of people asking in chat how to link items in chat. And the way you do that is you hit the enter key. You have to be on whatever chat you want to link it to. And if you hold tab, it brings up a menu right here as long as you're holding the tab button down with everything in your bags. And then you can just click on that item. And you can see in the bottom there, it linked that item. The only caveat to that is you can't have the item equipped. If I wanted to link my worn SVT right now, it won't let me link it if it's not in my bags. I can't link anything from your personal stash if you're in a safe zone. You just have, it has to be in your bags. So as soon as I take that off, it'll show up now in the chat for me to link. And that's how you link items from your bag to chat. Another thing I wish I'd known was how the resistances work in this game. If you look in the bottom right, it says Rad 1. You need at least a 100 radiation resistance to be able to withstand Rad 1. and it goes up in 100s after that. So rad 2 is 200, rad 3, 300, so on and so forth. And it's the same for all of them. So that being rad 1, this one only has 90 on the radiation protection. So if I walk over here in the radiation 1, I don't really take a lot of damage, but it will start to build up. You can see my health slowly dipping as it slowly starts to build up. If you didn't have anything on, it would start building up pretty fast. I've taken off my armor, and as soon as I get over here, it starts shooting up pretty fast on the number there. This armor has well over 100 of everything, so if I stand over here now, I take 0 damage from rad 1 because this one has 180 radiation protection. So that kind of helps you figure out what gear you need to be able to survive in whatever zone. Because if you step into a zone and it says rad 2 and you don't have enough protection, it's a lot easier to figure it out when you know what the numbers are. Another thing I wish I'd known was kind of about the mail system. Once you unlock the courier, to access mail, you have to be within the vicinity of the courier. And you can go to your mail tab, and if you have multiple things, you can click them all over here and say receive attachments. So if you've got a bunch of quest rewards or a bunch of money from the auction house from selling things, you can open them all at once and take everything out of it without having to click each one, which I'm going to do right now, even though there's only one. You say receive attachments, boom, there's one message read, all attachments have been transferred, which kind of slides into another thing. This is more of a karma thing. I like to pick up lost backpacks if I find them, like this one. Oh, actually, this guy mailed me back my backpack. I'm sorry. So I guess he found my backpack wherever it was. But I would like to think that's because of good karma, because usually when I find somebody's backpack out in the world, there's literally nothing you can do with these. It says there's 3 seeds in there. The only person that can open the lost backpacks are the owners. So me, what I usually do is look at the name Hoarding Lord, and I usually mail it back. Now you don't have to fill out the subject line, but you do have to put something in the message, even if it's just one letter to send something. You could technically ransom them their backpack on the auction house. I usually send it back because I'm trying to get good karma on my side so that people mail me my bags back, like somebody just did. Like you saw that mail that I opened. That was my backpack that I don't know when I died. You'll get backpack back sometimes. Sometimes they'll try to sell them back to you on the auction house, which, while we're talking about the auction house, once you find the auction house and have access to it, you actually have to go to the auctioneer to put something up for auction, and just the buyout price, starting price, and then how long you want it up for. But you can access the auction house from anywhere in the safe zone to buy things. I can buy stuff standing way over here if I wanted to. Actually, let's buy something. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. Let's just buy some med kits for the hell of it. 200 rubles. Buy out the lot. Okay, so you can buy from anywhere in the safe house. You don't have to be standing in front of the auction house. But once you do buy stuff, you have to go to the mail to get it. If you try to open it too far away from where the courier is, it tells you that it requires a courier. So you have to go all the way in range of him, and then it'll let you take it all. And like I did earlier, just receive all, boom. You can now select them all and then delete read. So anything that you've read already will get deleted out of there, and it's not going to be in your list anymore. One last tip for this video that saved me a lot of time. When you're trying to figure out what attachments will fit on what guns, the hard way to do it is to go to each attachment and click on the little question mark, and it tells you exactly what guns it'll fit on. You can scroll down, look at it. That's a wall of text. The easier way to do it is to find the gun that you want to find attachments for in the crafting barter tree and click on it. So let's say I wanted to do one of the starter weapons here, the Warren L85A1. If you right click on the gun, it'll take you to this menu where you can click on the corresponding slot that you're trying to figure out where the attachment goes. Like for this one, if you click on the barrel, this shows you everything that is available to go on this barrel. And once you find the one you want, go back to the attachment list and see if you can make it. And you can sit here and go through each slot and figure out what you want to go on. But that's going to be the last tip that I have for you guys. These are all things that I really wish I'd known when I started playing, because it would have saved me a lot of time and a lot of headache. I've got 72 hours on my Stalker, which is my main character, and another 17 on the Bandit, and I just found out about the charge jump yesterday. So I didn't know. I'm sure there's other people who just started playing the game that did not know. So I'm going to leave you guys with these tips. If this video was useful at all, helped you out at all, drop a like, comment, subscribe. And if you have any other tips, comment down below what they are. And I might end up making another video with more tips to help people out, because the actual info on this game is pretty sparse. And I think it's because most of the original info and guides and things like that are all in Russian. So I might be trying to remake guides for quests and quest locations and things like that in English, because there seems to be a huge amount of people coming to the game who speak English now. That's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys have a good one. I hope I helped somebody out there, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Y'all take it easy.